Hello, my name is Marissa. Welcome to That Cosmic Synchronicity. I'm going to talk today a little bit about a realization that I've been kind of ruminating on for a while now. And it really hit me when a few weeks ago I went to the Disturbed and 3 Days Grace concert in Detroit. Now, a lot happened. On my way there, my car broke down, and for context, I don't live in Detroit. I live like an hour and a half away. So a lot of money, and hours later, I still ended up getting to the concert, but I missed the first hour and a half, I believe. So I didn't even get to see the band that I wanted to see, really. I only really went for 3 Days Grace, and we walked in on their very last song, which I'm very grateful for. I'm grateful that I got to see a little bit. And Disturbed puts on a fantastic show. They were the headliners. They played after 3 Days Grace. But it was a journey. There was a lot happening. And so that, not really relevant. To be honest, I could talk about it, but it's not exactly relevant to this story. What I got from the concert, though, Disturbed puts on a fantastic show. The pyrotechnics, the theatrics, even the quality. Like, I know they're one of the biggest bands of our generation, and this is their 25th anniversary tour. So clearly, like, they know what they're doing. They've been on tour enough to know what a good show looks like. It was really cool. Like, especially being someone who's like, I'm not as familiar with their earlier music. It was really good. One of the biggest things I took away from it on like a spiritual level is the concept of like unity. And I know that sounds like out there, especially if you don't know Disturbed's music. If you do, you're like, yeah, obviously that's what it's about. But I didn't. I really wasn't that familiar with their music. Like I listened to it a lot the past few months just to get more used to it. But before that, it's like I knew a couple songs from 10,000 Fists. Okay, anyway, and like Down with the Sickness. So it's just really interesting because I think on a very literal level, all of their music, Disturbed specifically, is about the divide of ego versus consciousness and spirit. And it's about how this world is built in so many ways, like society is built upon our egoic understanding of life, and it removes the spirit. The song Down with the Sickness, I'll just reference that because I think most people know that song, is literally about like going along with society because it's a sickness in us. The ego is literally what causes illness and disease. Yeah, the sickness, and that's what that album is called, I guess. So it's what the whole concert was about, is the sickness is the ego that drives society. All the negative things that the ego manifests in this world. And he even came out, like the lead singer guy, and obviously, like, I don't even know his name off the top of my head, so that shows you how much of a fan I am, but he came out near the end and was talking all about how, like, everything in society wants us to be divided right now, and we should not allow them to let us believe that that's what it should be, you know what I mean? Like, we need to be unified. That's literally what 10,000 Fists is about, like, putting their energy towards one thing. So to be honest, I was a little nervous going into this concert because it is heavy metal, because I have these preconceived notions of divergent sounding, vibrations and stuff. I get that, okay? And I was thinking about it, and I did a lot of spiritual protection before we went to this concert. And being there I could feel the energy of the people, and it was basically what I expected. It's like people don't listen to that kind of music because they're super happy and content in life, right? They listen to it because they feel that sickness. They feel the pain and the negativity that the ego causes us. And the whole point is that you cannot fight fire with fire. you cannot destroy something the ego created with something else that the ego created. So you have to use spirit, you have to use your higher consciousness, you have to channel higher vibrational energy and realize that we are all the same. The only way out is through this 3D reality. The only way to raise your vibration is to fully experience the 3D reality. Does that make sense? Like I said, I'm still working through this idea in my head. I feel like maybe making this video is going to help me understand it even deeper. And so it's interesting because I don't like the neighborhood I live in very much. I have good neighbors, okay, don't get me wrong, they're nice. But it's just not a good neighborhood. The crime is relatively high. It's actually the highest in the city probably. And every house does not look nice. My house is falling apart from the inside. But I feel trapped. I feel like I can't afford to move. I feel like, and it's like, I've been kind of trying to understand it on a deeper level. Like, your material world is a reflection of your internal state, right? Everything outside of you is you pushed out, is a mirror, okay? So if my neighborhood sucks, what does that say about me? I don't know what that is yet, I guess. But I think it ties in with the unity consciousness, and that we are all one, and that, like, this neighborhood exists because we have, as humans, a level of ego that's allowing that to exist. There's a level of control and negativity and all that stuff that's just ego, pure ego, is what allows everything negative in the world, all the hardships, all the wars, disease, famine, murder, everything, is because of our inability to connect with our spirit. The sickness of the world is because we do not connect with our spirit. And something beautiful at that concert was the connection I felt with every single person in that audience and the band. It was beautiful. It was like, we are actively doing something beautiful here by empowering everybody to feel like it's okay to love your neighbor. It's okay to choose peace and unity over fighting and hatred. All right, it's raining a lot. I have to go into the store. I'll see you guys next time.